Hi, thank you for tuning in to Joseph and Elene. However you found us, we thank you for listening. And if there's anything that you want to hear more about, or if there's anything that you want to learn about, please let us know, and also feel free to share this with others.
We created this video because there were some people who wanted to know more about us.
So we've been married for 20 years. We have 4 children. They're adults. So we are now empty nesters.
We have a blended family.
And a blended culture. I am Puerto Rican, I'm Latina, and my husband is African American.
She grew up in a patriarchal dominated home. I grew up in a matriarchal dominated home.
And that actually played a big part in our marriage, especially in the early years, because we had expectations from things that we saw in our childhood, and our partner may or may not have been meeting those expectations.
Right, so that created a lot of stress. She saw a very dominant father in her home, and I saw a very dominant mother in my home. So I was looking at her thinking, you need to step it up. And she was looking at me
like, hello, come on now, you're the man of the house, get it together.
So we have a plethora of experience and dynamics in our relationship. As my wife said earlier, we're empty nesters now. Thank God.
So we've also been through a lot of things, a lot of challenges. We've been through family deaths, separation, our almost divorce. But we've also been through many, many years of therapy, individual therapy and marriage and family therapy as well.
Yeah. And so one of the things that we noticed in our many conversations was that growing up, we didn't actually feel like we had an example of a great marriage. Now, that didn't mean that there weren't any great marriages around us. It just meant that how we perceived a great marriage would look like or sound like, or how they would interact, we never saw that. So we felt like we didn't have an example, which caused us to do a lot of research. We read books together, several books. We've gone to conferences.
We've just researched best practices. We used to listen to radio shows, podcasts. There's just a lot of things that throughout the 20 years of our marriage, that we've researched and gone into.
So we've accumulated a lot of information. And part of the reason why we accumulated that information was because we wanted to have a successful marriage. But the other part is I'm a marriage and family therapist, so I at least should know something.
A little something.
Something about helping people with their relationships.
So what we want to do is just basically share this information with you, share things that we've learned throughout the years on how to have a successful marriage.
So we're not here to say that marriage is easy. We're not here to say that. If I can take a quote from Les Brown, a motivational speaker, and focus it in the marital situation. Les Brown says this: if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy. Well, if we look at that within the context of marriage, if you do what is easy in your marriage will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your marriage will be easy. So everything that we've had and learned over the years, everything we have, we are going to pour that out over time and give it to you.
And so, like I said before, please feel free to share this with others, watch this or listen to this with your spouse. And it's okay if your spouse doesn't want to listen. You just listen yourself.
Yeah.
You do the work yourself.
And our goal is to have short videos so that you don't have to spend 30, 45, or an hour of your time listening, but short videos that are packed with information that can provide you with resources as well as encouragement in your marriage. Whatever stage, whatever state, however long, that's what we plan to do.
So right now, when this time period, you may be listening to this years from now, hopefully. By God's grace, you are listening to this years from now. But just to give you a background of where we are right now. Right now, We live in the city of Los Angeles. There is the COVID-19 outbreak, the coronavirus. So we have to stay at home. There is a stay-at-home order that has been issued by our governor. So a lot of the things that we may be bringing to you, some of our early videos and things will be centered around that. Some things that we can do together, and some things that will help you to draw you closer together during this time.
Yes, because we're aware that there are some couples who are spending a tremendous amount of time together that haven't done so in the past for a while. It is possible, and some of you guys know what I'm talking about. It is possible to be married and still not spend a lot of quality time together. So we want to give you the tools and resources, notwithstanding just helping to give some educational information on the state of different marriages. We welcome your comments, and so if you have questions, we'll also put up information so you can email us, and we will address those questions or comments in our videos. We thank you again for tuning in. Please share this video if my wife hasn't said it already, because we think that there are a lot of people who can benefit from the information that we're going to share with you guys. God bless.
Bye.